Hey, I'm Tom Beadsmore. I'm CEO at CodeSync, and I'm here at Gamescom to talk about Esper for Gear VR and Rift.
So what were your goals heading into this game?
We wanted to build something that worked perfectly on VR, for VR platforms. So I built from the ground up with VR in mind, rather than doing a port of something from a different platform. So we came up with the idea of being a telekinetic, first-person kind of puzzle game that we built around that idea. That's Esper.
So talk a little about what virtual reality has opened up creatively for you guys.
Sure. It's opened up new realms of game design. I would say, like we're building from nothing really. There's no kind of existing plans or designs in place for building for VR. So we're having to come up with new ideas from scratch and make them work in VR, and that's a challenge, but also an extremely rewarding experience. Yeah.
Are there different elements when it comes to playing a game on a more portable device versus the sit-down Rift device?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the portable devices, like the Gear, you're obviously limited hardware-wise a lot more than you are on the Rift, so you've got to optimize a lot, because you're running a game twice at 60 FPS. You want the experience to be as comfortable as possible for the user. That's partly game design, but it's also a lot of that is optimization, so you get frame rate perfect. You don't want any spikes or anything like that. So yeah, the main challenge is definitely in that thing.
On the Rift side, what has having the Xbox One controller standard allowed for you guys to do?
Well, it gives us a standardized control scheme, which is awesome. It allows us to design with certain specs in mind, which is really what we needed for a lot of game ideas. It also is, you obviously have a lot more control options than you do with the Gear, which is cool. But having said that, the Gear is very useful or adaptable depending on the kind of game that you're building for it.
When it comes to the future, looking forward, Oculus Touch is already out there. Developers are getting their hands on it. What do you see that opening up creatively for studios like yourself?
There's a lot of opportunities there, I think, with Touch. I mean, the game, like the Esper that we built, we could do a lot of it. We could do a lot of things differently with Touch and really open it up, because the game all takes place in a single room anyway, and the room just transforms around the user. So with Touch, we could obviously do a whole load of new things with that, rather than just having the player sat in one position. We could have them standing up and manipulating the environment more directly, potentially, or looking at things from different angles. Yeah, there's a lot we could do. Yeah.
What excites you about where VR is headed?
What excites me the most is it's kind of unknown, and every day we're seeing something new, and we're trying something new, and the experimental side of it is extremely exciting, and coming up with something that really suddenly works that no one else has ever seen before. I think it's the most exciting for me the game industry and game development has been since the early days of consoles.